Well, hello there, good times, Scar here, bringing you some super awesome Modern Warfare 3 gameplay on Interchange. Got a flawless game for you today, but let's take a little look at what I'm using. Got the G36 with the red dot, kick proficiency. My perk loadout is the Scavenger, not pro, the Hardline pro, and the Steady Aim, not pro. My kill streaks are the Predator, Attack Helicopter, and the Pave Blow. I think that's all I'm using. I don't know. I could be using something that I don't know. I might have special boots on that keep me from sliding down slopes, or some type of glove that avoids blisters on my fingers, which increases my accuracy. I don't know. This game seems to get more confusing every year. But that's not why we're here. We're here to talk about how to get a good game of Team Deathmatch on the Modern Warfare 3. So I'm just going to touch real quickly on class setup. I'm actually using my Domination class, because I don't have, at this time of gameplay, a lot of the silencers and different things like that unlocked yet. But I want to touch on two good classes for Team Deathmatch. First one would be the UMP with the 2 attachment proficiency, and you would put the rapid fire on it and the silencer. Now that's a really good class setup there. Next would be possibly a Type 95 with the same 2 attachments with the silencer, red dot, or swap the red dot with a heartbeat sensor. Just something to think about. But I really want to touch more on navigation of the map and more strategy on that. So the first thing is be on your game. Now in Modern Warfare 3, it is very easy to die. These rifles are like little laser rifles. They're like pew pew, you're vaporized, you're done. Unlike other games where there was a little bit more evading you could do, possibly in Black Ops. So what you want to do is always be on your game. Always have the notion that there's an enemy around that corner. Get your gun. Get your red dot up. Come around that corner. Slice the pie. And that's a good way of trying to avoid dying so easily. I don't know about you guys, but it's very easy to die in Modern Warfare 3 if you're not fully paying attention to what you're doing. So what you want to do here is have some cover on your back and use the cars and slowly just navigate the map with careful optimism, as I like to say when navigating the map. Optimistic that I'm moving around the map, confident, but I'm also very careful going around the corners and just approaching situations. What I'm doing here is keeping an eye on the radar. I'm looking for where our teammates are, and most likely where our teammates are facing, that's going to be the enemies, and they're flying at us and everything. So what I look for is where the teammates are facing, and that kind of gives me an idea on where the enemies will be, most likely in the blank areas of the map where it's not full of green arrows. So I want to get on the side of those 2 forces, and I want to pick off the enemies on the side like this. So I was able to flank around, start picking them off a little bit on the side. So in closing, as this game starts to wrap up, what we talked about was try to be a careful optimist when moving around the map. Try to always keep your back to some type of cover. Maximize your cover in Modern Warfare 3. That's the biggest tip, because any advantage you can get of staying as small as possible, making the smallest target to the enemies, is going to be very beneficial to you. Next would be try to avoid getting in the cluster of your teammates. Try to look for the blank places of the map, and that's where you're going to find your enemies. And yeah, so if you guys have any other tips or suggestions on how to have a great team deathmatch, definitely let me know in the comment section below. And this game is starting to wrap up, and I always really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my videos. And if you could take a second to rate the video, that would be awesome. And we'll see you later.